Hello, this topic that I'm going to talk about is popular memes, which is something that's going to be really interesting to each person if they understand it. I heard a stat that, and I read it in a book, that we have 50,000 thoughts every day, and sometimes thoughts are layered. They have associations with them. So in the same way, what is pop music is when Britney Spears she puts out a new song, or maybe Taylor Swift, and it goes to the top of the list, and so everybody is buying the CD, they're hearing the song, and it becomes infiltrated in us from a universal place, and then we accommodate, download this information that we are never, ever, ever getting back together. So what I thought with my brain and my mind, when I was sitting here, going off of resonating with what I think the limits of the universe are on topics never before thought, if there would be a top 40 of memes, pop memes, top 40 memes, things that we think about. That's simply what it is. Things that we think about. There are parent memes. One of the first things you do when you wake up, you go to the bathroom. That's a meme. It's a whole process. There might be an algorithm to getting it, but it's a natural parent meme. You want to eat, so people eat. You have a need to cleanse in some way, a need for hygiene. So you clean yourself. You take a bath. There is a need for motion, a need for curiosity. There are many little triggers of impulses that each person has. These are the parent memes, the family archetypes, if you will. So when we look to things that we remember as in the Bible, when you were remembered, it was to mean to be spoke well of, to thought highly of. And so when we go through our daily lives, there are things that we remember. There are things that we think highly of. And these things are quite our values, our what we want, pretty much our whole belief system. So we have 50,000 thoughts a day, and we are an antenna. We resonate with the thoughts we think, some of which is a natural vibration that we are our own universal picture from the day that we were born, but we also modify with the thoughts that we think, the the vibration and antenna we send out. That part might sound to you, but the part that is neat is what are some of these top 40 thoughts. We think about Walmart. We think about Pizza Hut. We think about just the most the the news, the 6 o'clock news. We remember. We keep things that we value from our archetype meme of what we resonate with. But now, the idea that what we really do is resonate and resonate, and the Babylon story disperse, go to and fro around the world. But we've all pretty much localized. We've taken on jobs, we go to school, we have a niche grotto in time, space, location. So you don't really see the extent when you hold long held beliefs, long held values, long held remembrances, and so it filters your life by your belief system, and you don't quite realize that. But each meme that is in you is a thought that runs you as a program. What I use the word textuals. So not necessarily we can get 40, but a lot of things go unsaid. The libido, sexual currents, the need for trust, the intangibleness of vulnerability, and I hope so and so isn't thinking this, and then when you dig your heels in those waters. So a lot of stuff is unsaid, but a lot of it filters through our mouth and our communication. And it finds its way into, with the computer search engines, what are people searching most recently. A quick memories, how these programs came together. iTunes, YouTube, Yahoo, Google, Comcast. The main names that you think of when you think of internet. I used to think when I was younger that I would change a lot about a lot of it, and I wasn't sure why they became so popular. They became popular because they're in a way a universal family. You resonate with YouTube, and in the spiritual place, in the same way, everybody who's on YouTube has a YouTube resonance in them, and in that way, you are an archetype family. So I'm finding that their representations, they're symbolic of the vibration that you give off, and what you're looking for, what your idea is in its purest, and it really is purest form. So the top 40 thoughts. Wake up, go to the bathroom. Is it possible, if we wouldn't have so many people with this process and this common belief, our cells would go into quantum strangeness, and we'd have to eat, and we have to sleep, and there's a need to relate to people, relate your experience. There's a need to pioneer, um, and we translate these into all kinds of different directions. And I didn't realize this when I was younger. The first word that I really learned to create a lot of horsepower with in using my mind as a resonance, in seeing everything bad that I would call virus today. Viruses that are the opposite of your inspiration. When you see something, instead of the thought track, the meme, I don't know about this, I'm getting upset, I'm getting mad, I'm so, well, maybe, no, this is how it really is, this is how it really is. I encapsulate that all by the word inhibition. I just focus on that big word inhibition, and that way it becomes a host that I don't have to go into those thoughts. And then in the same way, I like movement with words. So underneath inhibition and on the same wavelength, this is really cutting into all my thoughts to make the most of them forward-seeking and inspiring, is the word redemption. Redemption is an algorithmic word, is a story word. It shows movement, it shows process. So every inhibition becomes for the redemptive purpose, for the establishing of the kingdom, for the furthering of evolution, and becoming more and more the correct snapshot, the correct picture that is always changing, because everything is in motion. At some point, you bicycle back and forth between your own identity and a universal identity. So these are the pop memes, little things slip into our culture, like when somebody wins something, when Bret Michaels won Celebrity Apprentice, the election, the election memes, and from that parent meme, similar memes like that bring up old beliefs. Romney is a rich man, kind of thing, and a new album dropped, a new song, a new movie, a game, different ways that people enact out these pop memes.